you ignorant pigs, put down your crack pipes and your beer bongs. It's time for Holy Divers Night at the Movies. This night's offering from Beyond the Pit is The Creature of the Black Lagoon. Released by Universal in 1953, directed by Jack Arnold, written by Maurice, Zimm, starring Richard Carlson, Julia Adams, and Richard Denning, Rico Browning, and Ben Chapman as the so-called Guildman, and Ginger Stanley as the stuntwoman to Julia Adams. As you know, Universal is the undisputed home of all of the monsters. The so-called Gillman would go on to take his rightful place next to Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman. Let's check it out. So I think one of the reasons that this movie works so well and is just a timeless classic is the plot. The remnants of a mysterious animal have come to light in a remote jungle, and a group of scientists intends to determine if the find is an abnormality or evidence of an undiscovered beast. A perilous journey into the Amazon jungle is undertaken, but the dangers of the jungle pale in comparison to the otherworldly being encountered at the bottom of the Black Lagoon. And how do you need more than that? It's very similar to like Bad Dudes. The president has been kidnapped by ninjas. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president? You don't need more than that. You know, the Creature of the Black Lagoon would go on to spawn two sequels, Revenge of the Creature and The Creature Walks Among Us, with Ben Chapman and Rico Browning reprising the role as the so-called Gillman. And none of the underwater cinematics would have been possible without Rico Browning.
Rico Browning played the creature underwater, giving the creature an untouchable alien grace. Rico Browning would hold his breath for scenes for as long as 4 minutes, fighting the cold 71-degree water and air temperature at 51 degrees. The Gillman suit was clumsy, obscuring his vision, and it filled with water. To keep him from floating to the surface, the suit was weighted down with a lead chest plate and ankle weights. Now that's a woman. Anybody who says otherwise is gay. That's a real woman. That's what a real woman looks like. I love it, this classic monster moment. They don't shoot. And this was an 80-foot dive with Ginger Stanley. And there was a tank of oxygen waiting down there if everything went well. And that was one hell of a shot. Rico said when he took her down there, he was hoping she could clear her ears. And that was a very dangerous stunt that they pulled off together.
The creature itself would also go on to meet that legendary comedy duo, Abbott and Costello, and Jaws would later basically borrow elements from the final act of this film. There's a part in the movie where you're at the end, both boats are disabled. The Rita's disabled because it can't leave the lagoon, and the Orca has just been beat to shit by Jaws, ramming it and attacking. And they both come down to only having one diver and a drug on board that can stop the movie creature, or in Jaws, the shark. Hooper is asked by Quint, what can you do with this stuff?
Hooper, what exactly can you do with these things of yours? 20 cc's of strychnine nitrate into him, if I can get close enough. You get this little needle through his skin? No, I can't do that.
And in The Creature of the Black Lagoon, they mix up an air canister filled with Ronanone so that they can spray it at the creature to keep him groggy, so he can't use his supernatural strength to crush you in his webbed hands. And, you know, I think one of the things that keeps me coming back to this movie is this is the one movie, unlike the alumni of Universal Monsters, that does not have a remake. And I know The Shape of Water, who knows what that's going to be or whatever, I'm not going to watch it, but he does not have a remake. They have not remade this film for a modern audience. Maybe it's time to think about it, and I know what I'm saying when I say that, you know. It's going to be loaded with SJW BS, but if they could remake this movie and stick to the script as written, use the characters of the script as written, and change nothing, maybe give you an hour and 35 minutes rather than 80 minutes, you know. You could have a good film on here. Maybe explain just a little bit more about the creature. Maybe there was more than one of them at a different point in time, and he's the last of his kind. You can go into that just a little bit. You know, you can explain it, but you don't have to fully explain it. Like, you don't have to explain Michael Myers. Michael Myers is just pure and simply evil. The creature just pure and simply is a miracle of nature. You know, so after that, I'd say we get into the Slayer Pit totals, and we have 4 dead Mexicans, 1 dead white guy, 1 injured doctor, 30-30 lever action, interspecies romance, knife play, spear gun foo, gratuitous creature, fishing with Rhodonone, and the Slayer Academy Award goes to Millicent Patrick, who was a woman who designed the actual face of the creature and what it would look like, which is, you know, she did not get credit for it until way later. Richard Carlson. Mark, you don't sound like a scientist. You sound more like a big game hunter. And Julia Adams, just for being a stone-cold knockout, drop-dead gorgeous 10 out of 10. Holy Diver gives it 3 stars. You should check it out. As you know, YouTube has many features you should use to interact with me. You can like the video, dislike the video, comment, or subscribe. But until I see you again, keep watching horror movies and stay metal, my friend.
More of an expert at exposing the moon. Get out of here! Let's go! See if you can find the one crater.